a poem. It's kind of grim.
Okay. Going to the earth, it's grim.
Right, dark horse.
Art
Promise
and
me if we ever get out of this awake and sing a new song, it will be by magic.
okay.
Mel, Mel, how are we going to handle that? Minnesota invitation. What Mel is I think I gotta come up with a better.
Yeah.
That's my act.
Keep it dirty, nice and dirty.
So are we gonna? So we're gonna play for a while before you read this poem.
I should probably read in the first 5 minutes or so, and then I'll let you guys
We'll start with the dirty slow.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome to the musical entertainment of the Bosso Poetry Company with a special poetry jazz component. This is the Sonoglyph Collective right here. This is Jonathan Townsend, Aaron Kerr, and Sean Egan. I'm Lynette Reini-Grandell, your poetry host for the night. Take it away. I'd like us all to remember that a young woman lost her life today on Portland Avenue, Minneapolis, about half a block from my house. Her name was Renee Good, which is a pretty good last name. And let's just remember her and remember not to believe the Kristi Noem spin, because the bystander videos tell the truth. This is called Door into the Earth. Near a tree shredded by birds, lured by a current that bubbles beneath, translucent ice, a swift hoof can crack it. Near the pile of wood chips pecked to the ground, where the woodpecker's fevered barbed tongue, the shape of excitement, gleaning the hollows where ant larvae, winter reposing, once slept. Follow me. Follow me as we ride a dark horse through this door, this aperture into the earth. Join me in search of an underground spring that will raft us to where all the lost trinkets stand gathered. A green glass earring, black taffeta coat, my dead father's letters, his mother's coppery tresses of hair, northern lights, passwords, muted cluster of honeysuckles, the bones of a country like driftwood cast on the banks, the standing dead birch clothed in their white paper tombs. Our horse disappeared a long time ago, and all that remains is the matted network of roots that poke through the ponderous mud and leaf litter pressing over our heads. Promise me, promise me, promise me, if we ever get out of this mess, we'll wake and sing a new song. It will be about ashes, ashes, ashes. The Sonoglyph Collective, thank you.
like something that had to be said today.
Hey there, sound man. What's up? Can I get a little? Can we put some cello? This is actually cello. Can we put some cello in the speaker, the monitors up here? There we go. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Something slow and weird.
Pretty?
Oh, pretty? Let's do
I
pretty.
don't know. That seemed like that was fast and angry.
You want
I would
pretty?
go slow and weird.
Slow and weird? Slow and weird? Okay.
Try the big guns now.
Big guns? What's the big guns?
Big guns up here. Ha! So this, you have. Are you you ready? Are you protected? Had to. Can you see what this sounds like?
We should amp you. We should run you through that. Just distort that. No, dude. check, 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 check.
One more? Okay. One more. Let's do a swing. Yeah. G's fine.
Okay, let's hear it for the Bosso. Whoops, we're the Bosso Poetry Company. This is the Sonoglyph Collective. And if you haven't already put something in the tip jar, I might send it towards you again. And so we're going to try a little experiment. I'm hoping the band can stay on stage for just a couple more minutes. Irene Alderson is going to try to read with the band. So here goes.
This is a poem that it goes back to my Norwegian grandfather and his coming to here, and the saga of short saga of them in making a home here.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and what are the last words that you're going to say? Shapes appear in the wind. Okay, thank you.
That's repeated several times.
Okay.
So
It's about. I just want to get down about the 6th verse or so.
Yeah. Then it's the last. It's restless and silent, shapes that appear in the wind. So there are lines that repeat.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna. We need something Norwegian, Sean. Norwegian. So something classical.
Hardinger fiddle sort of thing?
Yeah. Let's do a Hardinger fiddle there.
Yeah.
So let's do. You want to do like a G?
Yeah.
Okay.
G major.
On this day, when, or this time when ICE is all over town rounding up immigrants, I think of my own immigrant roots and my grandfather who came from Norway to this country and made a home here. This poem is called "A Good Anvil Does Not Fear the Hammer." It's from a Norwegian proverb. My grandpa crossed sea and land to farm hard scrabble in the north. 4 daughters one stillborn son. Grandma labored into the night. Earth is restless and silent. While others built resorts and prospered near the headwaters of the Mississippi, Grandpa plowed with a team of horses. Grandma used every scrap of a slaughtered pig. Shapes appear in the wind. Potatoes grew abundantly. Other things, not so much. They harvested the kitchen garden. Were cold and dog-tired, but not hungry. The rule, eat one thing on bread, never two. Earth is restless and silent. No running water, outhouse path through snow, a wood-burning stove to stand against sub-zero, for canning in August's blistering heat. Girls went barefoot to save on their shoes. Shapes appear in the wind. Stock market crash meant nothing, no cash to invest. Brewed their own beer, wore clothes to rags, watered the dust with their sweat until rains returned. Earth is restless and silent. The girls graduated from 8th grade, would have gone to high school, but Grandpa believed educating them would be a waste. 3 peeled off to the big city. 1 stayed behind. Shapes appear in the wind. Years passed. The old couple wept for aging horses that went to the glue factory. Sick cows trucked away for slaughter. A mad daughter who would not speak. Earth is restless and silent. Shapes appear in the wind.
Just a heads up, we are happy to play for any poets. This is what we do, so just let us know.
So I'm going to call Nicole Rode to the stage next. And she initially said she'd try to play with the band, but then she was worried it might fuck her up. So, but Nicole is used to fronting bands, so I'm going to let you guys persuade her. We'll see what happens.
We don't have to play if you don't want us to play.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Go ahead and play? Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of poem are you going to do?
Oh, I don't know. This is only my second time doing it.
Okay, so
It's just,
you want some heavy, you want some light, what do you want?
yeah, it's going to be kind of intense.
Intense?
Like, yeah,
Okay.
like,
Okay. Okay. You want to
Should
do
I-
E? Is E a good intense key for you, Sean? You want to do that?
and it's
Okay.
very like, na 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 na. It's very
Okay.
rhythmic.
Very
It's not
rhythmic?
Like, yeah, it's the
Okay.
same kind of. Well,
So, ja da 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 da.
yeah, but maybe a little. Yeah, but something like that. Yeah, but a little slower. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah, but maybe slower. Yeah, there. Yeah, that's cool.
My mind mask of unkept stubble
forced through life so fierce with struggle. The stars of darkness light paths of gloom. They dictate, pulsate, it ruins the bloom. Harsh, rash, love, bash. Emotions burn as false reacts. And time, it burns down the doors of wonder as questions linger and longings hunger. Don't deny the satisfy. Don't deny the goddamn satisfy. I want and I ache. And I want to make you taste me. I ache. I want to make you taste me. That's it.
We're recording that. It's going to be the next big hit on KFAI. We're recording. You want us to play that?
Next, we have our special feature, Xander Bilyk.
So when I saw what happened today and Lynette's post that she witnessed this horrific thing, and I sent her a text. I asked if are we too traumatized? Is this going to happen? And Lynette said, this is still happening. We need community. And then I thought about Lynette. She was like, of course this is still happening. This is how we fight this with poetry. Like, let's do this. So thank you so much, Lynette. Thank you all for being here. So then I thought about like is what I read, is it going to be appropriate for this tragedy? Is it do I have rage poems? I'm like, of course I have rage poems. We've been angry for a long time, of course. But I just want to start with a prayer that I wrote at the table just now. Y'all can play to this. O universal body, thank you for the evolution of tears to signal to our mothers when we are in pain, in need of milk. Thank you for the drum, the rhythm in our bones to silence the gun. Grant us protection, help us break the crust of hurt on your smelly feet and our dirty shirts. With a poem, Renee Good, a poem. And now that we had a prayer, now let's cast a spell. Why you gotta be like that, Ice? You had a simple job to protect the habitat of polar bears and give a space for my Canadian father to play hockey. To make me a margarita or two. Ice melts, ice turns to rivers. It has begun, spring has sprung. You are gone, here comes the sun. So I'm gonna take it down. So this is actually, my parents are here. This time of year is 6 years since my brother Christian passed away. And this last semester I'm doing my MFA at Hamline University, and had the fortune of teaching undergrads poetry, and teaching and working as the associate editor for Runestone Journal, and receiving poems that, writing through pain, that they're maybe too attached at the time, they're too close to the grief, and the poem isn't there yet. And I think 6 years after this tragedy of losing my brother, all of a sudden he's here all the time. So I think we're ready to get into this. I was writing a personal portrait, and then he kept popping in. So this is a personal portrait with dead brother. Hit it. Aries sun, Leo rising, Leo moon. I digest my cigarette breakfast and light my hair on fire, dazzling and stabbing the sky, purple clouds consumed by smoking snakes. New Orleans gave me one red hand of confidence. My hair grows longer in the cold. Time slows from your departure. Were you ever there, I wonder? I put you in the sky like an eagle. I, the majestic chicken, roost in a tree. Scared my hair will ignite the branches. Time stops like a dog, spinning until it faces north. My shoelace is untied. My shoelace is untied again. You died and I poached an egg. I wrote a song before my fingers were long enough to reach the keys. Time jumped forward to a hospital bed. Time and I are no longer friends. I'm waiting for the robot you, an artificial dumb brother, to give me a ride to the orthodontist, to dance with me at my bar mitzvah. All the things we never did, all the things we will never do again. Time trots on, the dog walks around the world until it flattens. Death happens. And now we're going to do a rage poem. Everyone say rage poem. Rage poem. We got that rap. Okay. And this isn't necessarily about the tragedy today, but it's something that's been on my mind. This is a postcard I wrote to Charlie Kirk. This is called Prove Me Wrong. Listen up, Chuck. When you put your God pants on, does the fabric decide how to organize your organs into outies or innies? Put your penis away for like 1 second. When you dole out the Barbie dolls and Tonka trucks, do you count every chromosome and divide the X's and the Y's to control which stick figure on which door I choose? I think you're too concerned about whether I pee sitting down or shit standing up. Maybe you need a new hobby. Have you tried origami? It's more relaxing than a podcast. You edit together to every to stupefy my response. You can't edit a poem. Each cut you make creates a new poem. You can shave my head and my hair will grow back long and butch. I will cry my tough guy tears and mascara will run from my ovary eyes down to my hot jock. Why you got a problem with people's preferred pronouns anyway? To that I say, them, them. He, she, they, who, whom, it, your, which, that, are, whatchamacallit, whatever. Did that hurt? Do you need to perform a prayer on the air to wash out the taste of estrogen from my hair? Look at me, shut your eyes, cover your ears, shove a sock in your mouth, and really look at me. I am the divine masculine. I am the divine feminine. I am Scooby-Doo. I will express my gender in my scars like lightning and hump out the very semen of creation into God's golden cup. I will lie back blissfully and bear the fruit of life in my enigmatic womb. And you, like a child crying for sugar, will go to sleep in fear, scared of the thing that haunts you, that created you, that will destroy you. My cosmic, kaleidoscopic, multifaceted, fulgent, universal vagina. That's fun for me. How much time am I doing up here? So, should we do like a funny poem? Yeah. Like a funny, like fun? Should we have fun right now? So my parents are here though. Like, so can someone cover my mother's ears for this one? Hey, Mom, I think I forgot my chapstick in the car. Could you? What? I may need a little quieter because my voice is straining, trying to duck, but make a little hum, maybe a little hum. This is called Do Not Disturb. When I was 13, I was most concerned that my dead grandmother could watch me masturbate. And if she could see my thoughts were about John Stamos and not Rebecca Romaine. Xander, wash your hands first. Xander, wash your hands after. Don't you have anything better to do in all the cosmos? Go check out the Horsehead Nebula, the Pillars of Creation. Find out what happens on the last episode of Lost. If you're so good with your hands, why don't you do origami? Listen, lady, I had a hard day of popping pimples and learning algebra. Don't be hanging around my room between 2 and 3, 9 and 10, 11 and 12, and all day Sunday. Look what you did to the upholstery. Why can't you just be there, like when my dad forgets to pick me up from swim practice, or when I had my head bashed against the locker and was called a fag? Did you tell the ladies in your heavenly poker club, I'm going to go visit my grandson? Oh my God, he's practicing autofornication. Why can't you just be proud of me, Grandma? I figured out how to do this thing that makes me happy. Since you died, the Thanksgiving stuffing has never tasted the same. For the first time in my life, I saw my father cry. School has become a battlefield, and my body is being weaponized against me. I'm sorry, dear. Do you want me to bring you a clean towel? No, Grandma. Let me do my thing. Let me cry and listen to Tori Amos and explore my second chakra. Let me discover why I like boys instead of breasts on my own. Let me hang a do not disturb sign on the door inside my head and have a place where the dead will leave me alone. One more, two more. I want to read this so my brother Christian loved this poem, and so now that, like teaching an undergrad literary magazine, I learned more than anyone, but realizing that you submit poems to a thing and they, accept, you submit 5, they usually accept 3, reject 2, so I used to think that those poems rejected weren't as good. But it's really like now that I'm doing it, like they're totally fine. It's just like they may be too long or not really in the theme. So, but my brother Christian really liked this poem, so I wrote it when I figured out that the story Pinocchio was written the same year as the birth of Benito Mussolini, and there was a Guillermo del Toro film of Pinocchio, kind of had the same concept, but I wrote this years before, so he owes me $6. Anyway, this is called Pinocchio Mussolini. I made a wooden boy to protect my dolls, Pinocchio Benito, a puppet without strings. His face stained Vatican white, lips as red as Tuscany. I prayed into my pillow, begging for him to speak. From the walls I heard a scratch, and hatchet claws cut out a hole. Into my room emerged a rat, fat as a dog with one gray eye. Your boy will speak, the rodent shrieked, but he will only speak in lies. I heard his voice as splinters cracked, and words romantic and dry as a gizzard. His nose grew into a branch bearing wooden fruit the dolls could eat. They sang him praise, a chorus of chickens. His nose swung like a baton. Those who would not take his seed fled to America, the bastard brother born with an Italian name. Benito grew into a tree, every branch the handle of an axe. From the flesh he built a fortress, a chicken coop the dolls could roost, or become lunch for the rat who sat outside. My puppet son with teeth like shingles on the roof of a schoolhouse educated the clutch on the restoration of the rights of Rome. My son, carved by the hands of a poor Italian, a fascist whose nose grew a forest instead of a mustache. I asked for protection, a voice for my labor, but was given a police state, a puppet who became the master. Disaster fed us on the whale of world war, trapped us in soapy walls of blubber, cut from the flesh of our neighbors, relocated. He sent rats on wings with mustard gas and fed hens to the German wolves. But with one slip, one root unanchored, he lost Sicily to the bastards he left behind. The tyrant fell, a tree that would not bend. My hands clapped, the hands who built him. He was dressed like a jackass. The chickens pecked away his scraps, and I rejoice. My guilt held back as I saw my son hung from a meat hook. Thank you, my lovely band. And I got one more, and I think I should read this silent thing. So, and this, yes, for the bands. Somebody buy these bands a beer. So this last poem, it's she is proposing to me. Oh my God, I need to drop my wine glass right now.
Pause for a second and come back because we don't want to. We want to have a dessert. Can you let yours be the dessert, and can I just read a little bit? Because I don't want you to read all of yours and then go away. I want you to preserve one.
Read a poem and okay. Your name is?
All right. So I have a friend who I met years ago. His name is Steve.
I think we should talk to Lynette.
His name is Steve. And we have started writing letters to each other. I want to put mine in here, and then I want you to read yours after, because mine is not the ending piece. Yours is. Okay. So if I may? Yeah. All right. Okay. Because I want to hear yours. All right. Yes, thank you. So this is Wednesday, January 7th, 2026, 6:20.
Yes, of course. But hold on, you can stay here with me because I love yours so much. I want you to be my support.
Okay.
Wednesday, January 7th, 2026, 6:20 something p.m. If I may, my friends, a little music.
They went to get a beer.
So, Steve, I started to write you a letter and hope I can find it. I'm going to the post office tomorrow morning. Tried today, but they close earlier than they should. IMHO, as they say. I'd be proud of myself to just get something in the mail to you. I'm amazed how much you get done. Swimming and writing and letters. Even with all the drugs and drink you tell me you take. I wonder, some part of me does, if it's better to not write back. Like, maybe it works because you're writing to a memory in some ways. Not that that's wrong, but maybe it's actually what it is. Since you say things about me no one says these days. I'm to some, sometimes, known as mean and hard now. Not what you'd say I am. I like better how you remember me, though I don't know I would ever want to live like that again. There's a reason we all disappear, some parts of ourselves. It's a privilege to know someone who knows you how you used to be. It's like magic, really, because they can see it still. Like squinting your eyes at an old photo of someone you never knew as a child. When they break out an old photo, or it's found somewhere, maybe a social media path. Steve, I want to do some things that say I'm a better person than I used to be. I want to read 100 books. Like I saw some kind of friend report out they'd almost made it to. I want to stop taking pills just to see who that leaves me with. It's more out of curiosity than ambition, which makes me question if that's a realistic sort of resolution. Sometimes I feel like I haunt my own existence. Lurking full of remembrances, too. I can't even call them ambitions. Better desires. I've spent the last several surreal months that I've been aware of letting the physical things take my awareness. An easy tool, deferential, full of sentence, but a bit obtuse. Because, of course, a cupboard full of too many plates is easier to sword fight than facing promise, potential, and what D says we're supposed to make our use. I felt both a bit of joy and dismay to hear your own home surroundings are too much to keep others from witnessing. We are the Holy Ghost of our guests. I thought for a second today, maybe I just will not let anyone come inside anymore. And now I'm sure you know I don't talk with or interact with others like I used to do. I write to you in desperation, desperate to be seen, more I to be with again someone who knows what I've seen. And now I admit to you, I can be no more. Your letters provoke this truth. This means your words are divine. That I can tell you this truth that sits quietly inside while I walk around this ghost of all I hide inside. I didn't mean to be hiding. It's just, where is my only space? No one knows me anymore. Now, that stupid 80s song, Eyes Without a Face, comes screeching back at me.
And now I have a new friend. Thank you for that. And then I kind of keep with that melody, I guess. So my last poem. So this is from my brother Christian. Yes. I thought it was a continuation. Until the chicken comes home. My brother died a concrete heavy burden on my family farm. He fed the goats a horn of plenty. He kept the chickens safe from harm. I came home and stayed there with him and held his hand until the chicken. My mother broke her last disaster. She fed him milk and changed his diaper. Her youngest son, her starry one, she laid her baby safe beside her. She kept him warm with scarf and mittens and carried him until the chicken. My father's eyes went orphan black. I got drunk, the world wept. I found his favorite book, his shoes, in the bedroom where he slept. All I could do was sit and listen and wait for sleep until the chicken. Still we fed the horse and donkey and prayed until the final hour. The snow piled high upon the barn like the storm that broke the tower. And in the grief that I was stricken, I waced away until the chicken. A cold that burned the bitter moon, looking at a world turned violent. A war, a plague, a rape, a brute was all I saw behind my eyelids. Hide your children, hide the women, keep them safe until the chicken. With the ashes that I carried behind the church where he was buried is where I lay my brother Christian, a cherry box out past the mission. The Bible says that he is risen. We'll wait and see until the chicken. The goats grow fat, the horses trot. My piano plays a mournful note, a kiss of spit in his last breath. The final words he ever spoke. My brother died and I kept living. I'll carry on until the chicken. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Xander Bilyk. Thank you so much, Jonathan Townsend and Sonoglyph. I say Jonathan because Jonathan had to leave, but he left his drum here for me to play with. So I don't know how much longer you guys want to be up, but our next poet is Scott Vetch. So if you've got something for us, and I don't know if you guys are still up, I think Scott would like a little music. He kind of wants it.
All right. Are you going to play drums for me? Okay, all right. Oh, that's not the one. It's this one.
What do you got?
What do I have? I got these ones. They're pretty. They're meandering, kind of a stream of consciousness kind of thing. So it should. You guys just find. I'll find some kind of a meandering rhythm and. Let's see. Okay. This is something I've been working on this week. It's called It's Not All Fun and Games. It was only 3:30 on a Thursday, and already Jesus was getting nailed up somewhere. What do you expect? My sister shrugged. God never had to mix concrete. Her name was Willa, and we were stuck in traffic, creeping along between the orange cones. I used to get so mad at her whenever she disassociated to escape our childhood trauma. She'd pull her sweatshirt over her head, tuck her chin into her chest, and survive. I couldn't do it. Willa was barely in the room anymore, let alone a car. Dad joked that he wanted to send her back to the fetish farm for adjustments. It was no surprise he was born on the very scrap of carpet Willa slept on in the room she called her bedroom. It was a family keepsake, infused with sentimental value, like thousands of other monuments I've erected to smaller types of thinking. Dad liked to dig, moonlighting his nightcrawler dowser for a local bait shop. He drove wooden stakes into the ground and scraped on them with a rusty lawnmower blade. It was how he expressed himself, how he lured a kingdom of earthworms into slavery and self-sacrifice. My journey was similar. I wound up becoming a poet. Willa ended up intellectually unhoused, an empty mail train, packed with promise. Her path was lined with primroses, wide-eyed sentries in the moonlight. Heartsick as her suitors crowded in like tourists for the dessert wines. Dad was a hard act to follow. He understood tunneling, heard the melody beneath his feet, and found a corresponding music in his heart. He could coax earthworms from the soil like ground beef corkscrewing out of a grinder. I was immune to Dad's music. More like a magazine, creased and coffee-stained, turned up at the corners. Everyone knew it wasn't great literature, more like a mid-century issue of Sports-a-Field, buried beneath a teetering stack of Newsweek at the barber shop. Balloon and balloon and bubble artists ranked even lower than poets, and they never realized they were foot soldiers in a war on innocence. Who else could maintain such steadfast loyalty for Dollar General? Dad always said life was the journey of a stick. Sticks get stuck. Free will ends in a bramble. He told me I'd be happier if I lowered my standards, said it was as easy as feeding corn syrup to a baby. Appropriately, His last hotel was a nursing home where big screen TVs and gaslit fireplaces burned 24/7 to distract the visitors. Dad said after the colonoscopy, his doctor prescribed that he quickly drink 2 dark beers before the sedatives wore off. He swore it was the truth across his heart. He was adamant about following that prescription, like his whole life depended on it. Thank you, guys. Like that? Like that? Well, this is I don't know if I can get through that one. How about the hands of God?
Hands of God?
The hands of God.
I like that title. That's pretty cool.
It's
Pretty. This one's a little more ethereal, maybe.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yes, yeah, a little less, probably less.
Less rhythmic.
Yes.
More ethereal. That's
Yeah.
right, okay. Do like B flat. Yeah.
The hands of God. This God wants you to believe you've been created in the image of some Godhead. And what kind of God is it that sucks bituminous nectar from the dirt, spins it into poly, and throws it in the ocean? This God's end game was always to fill the universe with plastic. He never wanted trees, just the petroleum their carcasses got mushed into. A gargantuan composting scheme. This God wants the planet demoed and scrapped out. Toot sweet. Always meant to cash in. Replace it with a gulag plastic factory, a petroleum apiary, a polycarbon cathedral. People believe people are the crown of creation, but this God needs grunt labor. We're not the creation, but a tool to create creation. God's filthy fingers. This God knows we're a means, a caustic agent, an acid, cancer, a wrecking ball. But the whales, they're talking to us. They're begging us. The dolphins, they want us to be their hands, to cut them loose from the nets and lobster pots, free them from their acrobatic day jobs in SeaWorld prisons. They're telling us we don't have to be the asteroid. I could stop there. Okay. Go? No, that's it. One more. We'll do one. We could do one more. You sure? You sure this is not too getting too languorous? And where's Lynette? She's got the final say. Okay, all right.
Thank you, Lynette.
Yeah, I wouldn't have dared do it without you. Okay, this is kind of a meanderer.
A meanderer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who destroyed the nuclear family?
Okay, let's make it arrhythmic, but also atonal and kind of jumping around. Okay, yeah, go.
Okay, this is called Who Destroyed the Nuclear Family? It's so dumb. This crazy hive mind absorbing our singular brains like ants crawling through a multi-level concrete parking ramp. Telling myself it works till 3 a.m. when I can't sleep. Trying to remember what it was like before people believed hand-cut steaks were superior to any steak stamped out by a machine. And embraced being fleeced on an industrial level. Like mink or chinchilla farms, you can cultivate anything, even raise vipers for the deep-fried rattlesnake bite market. Neon light signage blinks the coiled serpent repeatedly striking the heel of some cartoon hillbilly. A mixtape rapper on low battery calls out the dance. Americana jug band slings the jingle. Fascist clowns and leftist Nazis swing their partners to the popular dance hall hit. Oh, it's a bad idea. What we do. The trans woman accused of flashing her penis in an Ohio YMC locker room is off the hook. The judge ruled she was too fat for her genitals to show and added, after viewing the defendant, there was little to dispute the facts of the case. An Iowa man, seen pleasuring himself at the come and go all day long, denied the charges, said he was just very itchy down there. The American male obsession with massive breasts has re-energized the annual old-fashioned Christmas by the highway. A Santa baby nativity scene with a live animal petting zoo keeps everyone happy. Till the wise men show up and it's time for the late show. Milk a couple goats and call it a night. They can't all play guitars and can't all drive drunk, and most people like it that way. Just a few fireworks, a little lutefisk, and a handful of ermine cloaks. But remember, it was the Beatles, LSD, and transcendental meditation that destroyed the nuclear family. That's how Mom saw it. A nation of red squirrels hosting their own little Stalingrad, the most violent population on Earth, the most volatile weather on the planet, a grim graffiti scratched across the toilet stall of an out-of-touch people, a Happy Meal rainbow swimming with purple plastic unicorns, distended with spirit. I never had much spirit. Zero, really. A diet soda at the Pep Fest. A never-ready battery with zero charge. As we speak, Human scat trackers are constructing a concise map of local concentrations. Concentrations inform us, pinpoint irregularities, highlight where things happen. The kettle of fish, the box spring of bed bugs, the case of crabs. Who could foresee what 40 years of corporate mayhem would spawn? It's a real puppy mill. The proverbial kick in the pants. I started out with a battalion of pallbearers to carry my coffin, and over the years, with thousands of apologies, I still have 2. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
That was fun.
Very good.
Couldn't have done it without Can we take like a break? Can we take a break for the music?
The band is going to take a break, though I've still got my drum over here. The band is, but the musical portion of the band is going to take a break. But I'm going to call up to the stage Mr. Terry Foles. And would you like a drum? I can drum.
I wasn't paying attention, was it, Lynette? I wasn't paying attention. This mic or that one? Okay. Yeah, so rather fucked up day. They're murdering citizens now. I really never thought I'd see this in my lifetime. Maybe that's naivety on my part. Things have been bad for a while, but still I never really thought I would see this, but this is where we are. So I'm gonna read something tonight. I'm not really gonna read any of my poems, I don't think, just because I hate most of my stuff lately. I really don't know how relevant any of my poetry is, considering that the country's going to shit, world's going to shit, whatever. Like, does my poetry really, is it gonna make a difference? I don't know. But then again, it's what I do, so where do you go from there? But I am going to read something from a book I just purchased recently, Tropic of Capricorn by Henry Miller. I've never read this book before, although I do know some of his stuff, but it, I know, I hope I'm not interrupting your conversations at all, so, so that would really be a pity. Yeah, okay. But I'm reading this, and, you know, I'm rather cynical in reading what Henry was telling me in this book, and I'm like, yeah, you know, he's kind of spot on. This could be me actually saying these words. Once you have given up the ghost, everything follows with dead certainty, even in the midst of chaos. From the beginning, it was never anything but chaos. It was a fluid which enveloped me, which I breathed in through the gills. In the substrata, where the moon shone steady and opaque, it was smooth and fecundating. Above it was a jangle and a discord. In everything, I quickly saw the opposite, the contradiction. And between the real and the unreal, the irony, the paradox. I was my own worst enemy. There was nothing I wished to do which I could just as well not do. Even as a child, when I lacked for nothing, I wanted to die. I wanted to surrender because I saw no sense in struggling. I felt that nothing would be proved, substantiated, added, or subtracted by continuing an existence which I had not asked for. Everybody around me was a failure, or if not a failure, ridiculous. especially the successful ones. The successful ones bored me to tears. I was sympathetic to a fault, but it was not sympathy that made me so. It was a purely negative quality, a weakness which blossomed at the mere sight of human misery. Hope I'm not boring you. I never helped anyone expecting that it would do any good. It helped because I was helpless to do otherwise. To want to change the condition of affairs seemed futile to me. Nothing would be altered, I was convinced, except by a change of hearts. And who could change the hearts of men? Now and then, a friend was converted. It was something to make me puke. I had no more need of God than he had of me. And if there were one, I often said to myself, I would meet him calmly and spit in his face. What was most annoying was that at first blush, people usually took me to be good, to be kind, generous, loyal, faithful. Perhaps I even did possess these virtues, but if so, it was because I was indifferent. I could afford to be good, kind, generous, loyal, and so forth, since I was free of envy. Envy was the one thing I was never a victim of. I have never envied anyone, anybody, or anything. On the contrary, I have only felt pity for everybody and everything. Oh. Thanks, Xander. That was really good. Thanks. And thanks for the band.
Okay, and thank you, Terry Foles. Terry Foles, for bringing the words of Henry Miller to us, Tropic of Capricorn, which is a depressing place. I think if I'm remembering, I have to consult my notes, but I believe Grace Gerhardt is up next. Where's Grace? Grace. Ms. Grace, please grace us with your presence. Can you get up on stage, okay?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Are you okay, like, reading solo?
Okay.
I mean, I just think I'm just going to distract. So, this is Grace Gerhardt, everybody. Please give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone, once more. Oh, thank you, everyone with Bosso. Oh, just the poetry, the night, the community. It's so needed. And, of course, fuck ice. Woo! Woo! So, we are all performers, but what's the difference between being performative? Is it the intent that leads to a path of efficiency to hell? I think it requires a selfless love is the difference. And I wrote a poem about selfish love. I once fell in love with a bird, romanticizing her flight, wings that carry endlessly into the sky. Downy, so warm, I longed for an embrace, close enough to ruffle her feathers. She was more than an updraft, vents of aspiration. I could not see. She was talon and beak, eyes honed on far horizons. I only saw her for her wings, something I wanted. After she realized my eyes weren't set on the same far horizon, she tore me apart and devoured me alive. And remember, mutual aid is community defense. We all got to be there for each other in these times. Love you all.
Grace Gerhardt, thank you very much. As I wait for the next person to come to the stage, Venus de Mars, which means you have to get your guitar out, I'm going to sing, it's kind of long, so I'm not going to sing the whole thing, but this is a Finnish runo, a sung poem that I learned a little while ago, and it's a wailing song. It's a song of lament. It's called Huoli Hevinen, which is the sorrow horse. And the idea is the woman who's singing it is sorrowful and has many troubles. And she's going to try to put all her troubles onto the back of a horse who can carry them away. E muin laula pita si e iloita ensikana sensuren surun perasta halun hake anyale asta laulen sula sekeala simila itukaela Yo me la pahole vaika etia uxikana umera hexikana mita mulo melisani mulon melisani kutakoyun tumisani Vakasuta vatasan, sela suta sela sani, vakasuta yavila, sela suta sunututa. Ne pas que tot kumenduota savuat satake soa sunu sensa melan Vaika kan vatsa sesa manen metsa anke soila parahala pakehela kupoyo kukitama kaski puita katahama Kaski puita katamata. Are you ready? Venus to Mars.
So this morning we witnessed a murder. It happened in front of my house. It was condoned by the government. We're in very dark times. Take my hand, take my shoulder, I understand, I can hold you, I know you can, you're something bolder. There is no plan, and it's getting colder. Oh, my brother, see my sister. There are no others. There is no difference. I could be you. You could be me. We struggle onwards and desperately. There's too much fear. There's too much hardness. There's too much fear. It's never farthest. Stop your hate. Stop your gun. Stop your fighting. We are one.
Hold me, sister, hold me. Hold me, brother, hold me. Hold me, father, hold me. Hold me, mother, hold me. Hold me, sister, hold me. Hold me, brother, hold me. Hold me, father, hold me. Hold me, mother, hold me.
Hold me, sister, hold me. Hold me, brother, hold me. Hold me, father, hold me. Hold me, mother, hold me. Hold me, sister, hold me. Hold me, brother, hold me. Hold me, father, hold me. Hold me, mother, carry me. I'll carry you. We could be stronger. We could be true. Make me wise. Make me breathe. Make me feel you. Make me grieve. My dream isn't so strange, doesn't take change that you can manage in your despair. Even right there, your damage. We are here, every last one, never will run. Even so, we know fear, taken in pain, but never in vain. We are free, free as the sky, never so high. We dream isn't so hard. Let down your guard. Look around. My dream could be sublime. Let's all be kind. My dream isn't so strange. Doesn't take change that you can't manage in your despair. Even right there, you're damaged. We are here, every last one. Never will run. Even so, we know fear, taken in pain, but never in vain. We are free, free as the sky, never so high. We are free, free as the stars, even with scars. We are breaking past your political thinking fast. I won't be taken in by tyrannical. I can fly free, free as the sky, never so high. We are free, free as the stars, even with scars. We are free, free as the sky, never so high. We are free, free as the stars, even with scars. We are. My dream isn't so hard. Let down your guard. Be a friend.
Venus to Mars, in case you haven't heard of her. Okay, I would like to invite Dave Alderson to come to the stage next. He has a little something to read. I think the band is coming back, so if you want the band to help you, let them know.
Great to have folks from Sonoglyph here, and sure appreciate the musical support tonight. But of course, y'all have to give it up for the 331 Club, hosting us for the last 3.5 years, and I want to say thanks to Sam and Michelle behind the bar. Of course, thanks to Jason, who supported us all these years. And it's the only regular music and poetry gig that I know of. And so we're so grateful for this opportunity. So be sure to take care of everybody. Thanks to Venus. It's hard to follow up, you know. But I think I asked to do this after Venus was holding forth here and singing the true vine for those of us who have appreciated her talents for a number of years. I realized I had a little missive that I'd written that seems to be appropriate for the day. I didn't know I was going to read tonight, but it's good to have these guys. This is, just say this, it's about immigrants, and it basically speaks to talks about relationship immigrants, speaks to the president, of course, about how these, what the importance of everybody in our lives, and time to prepare himself for the beginning of the end, kind of a thing. So that's the vibe.
Something heavy.
You know, but it's so hopeful, you know. So, oh, absolutely, yeah. It's positivity.
Positivity?
Yes. All right, you guys give me a little bit of atmospheric opener here, and I'll just step in. This seems apropos. I wrote it a month ago, but it seems tailor-made for today. To all our Somali sisters and brothers, especially those in Minnesota, who I am proud to also call my friends and colleagues, we're in this together. To all our Latino brothers and sisters in the U.S. and Mexico, who I am also proud to call family, we are in this together. To any immigrants, documented or undocumented, or new Americans who are under illegal attacks from Trump's henchmen, the Ice Queen, Gnome, her Botox lips, the bribe-accepting Homan. Well, to our immigrant friends, Minnesota has your back. An attack on one of us is an attack on all of us. The bigot in chief will not prevail. He sows the seeds of his own destruction with his hateful words, deeds, and ideology. His failed leadership is on full display every time he shames himself and the country he is not fit to lead by spewing his cruel, ignorant rhetoric, pandering to the worst instincts of a morally corrupt, race-based ideology that divides rather than unites our country. He and his party leadership are unrepentant in their ignorance. Their hatred is their greatest sin. POTUS, idiotus, seeks affirmation for his self-aggrandizing, self-enriching actions, seeking the favor of dictators, sycophants, the only people whose favor he curries because he sees himself in them. His only strategy has always and forever been to divide and conquer. Minnesotans of every stripe reject his ploy to turn us against each other and our many immigrant neighbors. He would divide us from our brothers and sisters. Separate us from the rest of humanity at home and around the globe. So we must resist him at every turn. We must reject his call to demonize entire communities, wherever they originate, whatever religion they practice, whoever they choose to love, and however they choose to be. Mr. President, you and your party leadership are about to reap what you sow. Elections are coming on fast, and you're living in a cesspool. Not your bloated, sickly ego, nor your ill-gotten riches can wash away your filth fast enough to escape the voters who are coming to bury your toxic legacy at the polls in less than a year. Prepare yourself for the beginning of the end of your failed administration. You have earned and richly deserve the honor of being the lamest duck president in the history of our country. Minnesotans and other thoughtful Americans stand united with our immigrant sisters and brothers, many of whom are already Americans. And together with other moral people across our country, we reject your spiteful rhetoric, your hateful actions, your policies of division. Brothers and sisters, we must remember, we are so much stronger than one demagogue and his minions. It will be good riddance to him and his diatribes. The elections can't come soon enough.
Okay, thank you, Dave Alderson, for giving us hope. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so next we have up two folks, and let the band know if you want music or not. This is Ann and Jake. Jane. Why did I well, sorry, Ann and Jane.
Yeah, Jane. That'd be me.
Oh, just a consonant, you know.
Darling. We wrote this after the vigil at Portland and 34th tonight. Minneapolis, Southside neighbors and friends are so beautiful, including Renee Good.
Say her name. Renee Good.
We showed up for each other with compassion and love.
We will not wait for spring for ice to leave. Nope. Us. Alone, no, not alone, together. We shall pass the lost flowers through the crowd to the site where the blood ran in the streets. We shall stand together above the ice, stronger together, offering our hands to one another, not wanting to leave.
None of us are immigrants upon stolen land. Hey, baby, what's your temperature tonight?
Hey, baby.
Because the ice under our feet is gonna melt.
Yeah, man. What's your temperature? Find your buddy when you're walking away from the ice. Stay safe. Use your core strength. Keep on singing. No matter what. In solidarity with brass.
What's the next step? What will we do?
Flashbacks to George Floyd with the helicopters flying over my house.
How will we rise up this time as they pick up our neighbors?
and we dream
of retaliation.
However, love
Is
and has always been, repeat, has always been the only answer.
I would like to welcome to the stage, once again, Irene Alderson. Irene, would you like a little drum? Okay.
Think of steadily growing light.
Steadily growing light.
Growing.
Growing.
Not growing. Okay. Like coming up.
I still have a whistle with me.
I'm going to read two poems, one right after the other.
Okay, but I'll keep it the same? Keep the music the same?
Yeah.
Knowing. If I could measure the space between bud and blossom, sunset and dark, stroke on a cat's head and purr, tongue and the word, your hand and my skin, I would be wise. If I could see the bottom of the cup we drink, I would open doors to myself that had snapped shut, join you at life's table, and listen to what you say. Understand what is unsaid. I'd look into your eyes and for a moment see the hidden heart of you. Know who I am before there are no more breaths, no names, no sound, just a river of light. Winter passage. In the heart of the coldest month, the sun is nudging back the day. It is a cunning sabotage performed in the breadth of a minute. At each rise and set, until, without notice, shadows creep across the road home where the hard glance of street lamps had once fallen. And so it is with the darkness inside. Even in January, the horizon is inching beyond the mind's reach to let the light slip in.
Thank you, Irene. I have at least, thank you, Irene Alderson. I have at least one more person coming up. I don't know if I have anybody after this. If you're not on my list and you want to perform, we've got a couple more minutes. So here I'm welcoming to the stage Steve Luutinen.
All right. Hey, I can hear. What? Well, you can suit yourself. See if it needs it. Okay. Mm-hmm. The moon is broken. The tide stays in. There's no escaping. The water's at your chin. The next wave's coming. I hope I fare this new baptism will wash all my tears. That's it. The moon is broken. The tide stays in. There's no escaping. The water's at your chin. The next wave's coming. I hope I fare this new baptism will wash all my tears.
Thank you, Steve Luutinen, and I think that's the end of Bosso Poetry Company tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Hug your children. Be witness to the truth. If you haven't heard the news already, it looks like Minneapolis public schools are closed for the safety of everybody tomorrow and the rest of the week. So take care of the people who need help and be a witness to the truth. Thank you very much.